Welcome back, everybody. Kai1 here, and well, long time no see. I've been busy. I mean, am I free now? Not really, but procrastination is great. Now, I've been watching lots of other YouTubers. I've been playing plenty of FM in the time, just not had the time to upload. In fact, I've got 1,100 hours in the game. Quite a lot, I will admit. Recently, DoctorBenjyFM, a link in the description, has set out a challenge of Do It Better, and I thought, why not try? Why not try, uploading a bit of Do It Better? And his challenge was Aston Villa. Obviously, recently relegated, well, not recently, relegated like a month ago, but they collapsed spectacularly. I mean, 3 wins over a season? It's not impressive, and the challenge is simple. Stay up with this squad. Here we have the team, and well, I've noticed 2 big injuries. I think that's 3 to 4 months and 2 to 3 months. They'll be missing the season open at the very least. And for Okore, I've pulled Yassa Suleiman, sorry for the pronunciation, up from the youth academy, who has a lot of potential. He's going to be my 4th choice centre back for the start of the season, although I've noticed we do have a fair few players who can play that left back position at the moment. As for tactics, I am in 2 states of mind. I've gone for a more classical 4-4-2, which fits a lot of the strengths of the team. For example, solid midfielders and Rudiger Stead, in order to get the most out of him. With look at those. Let's just see his target man stats. I mean, ignore the first touch and the passing. 17, 18, 19 in key stats. What a target man. And obviously there's Jordan Ayew playing off him. It should make a good partnership. Should that not work, actually I'll move that to the front of the list. I've also got here a classic 4-3-3 and a slightly more defensive version of basically the same tactic. Looking at these 3 central midfielders, with probably Vertoon being the one of them, Westwood and Guy probably getting it just because he's been pretty good this season. Out of all, I think he's like 2nd most tackles and 2nd most distance per game or something. So, well, I couldn't really call it a shining light in that team, but he's been an exception to the case. So that would be that. With obviously Sinclair being on the left, and well, Charles Gill probably get it. He was really good under Sherwood, but tailed off. And now up front, the back four's fairly set in place. With obviously the Lescott and Richards, my centre back duo, a couple of not failures, but just didn't ever live up really to the hype, I feel. I mean, I might be wrong, others might disagree. I feel those 2 didn't ever live up to the hype. When it comes to transfers, I've got, what have I got? No money, but I've got 85,000 in the bank, and obviously I'll be trying my best to sell Enzogbe and Aubonga, because who wouldn't try and sell them? And that might raise enough money. And I was thinking, to add a little challenge, I might sign players that of a similar mould that Aston Villa have signed over the last few seasons, which is either like the likes of Lescott or Sinclair, who had potential but never quite made it to the level you expected of them, or the likes of Guau, Sanchez, all these players, and Marvi, who've been signed from French leagues for a fairly high amount of money, to be fair. So basically from the French league or underachievers in the Prem. I mean, the temptation is real, but I don't know. Can I? What's he want? Oops, missed. No comment. Just casually. Oh yeah, let's offer him a trial. There we go. No surprises in the staff screen. I mean, that defending is bad, but I was not shocked. I'm slightly impressed by the scouting team they've got. There's a lot of names in that list, all on reasonable fees for scouts. Pardy is the chief scout though. Not many physios, that might explain the 3 to 4 month injuries. And a fairly thin coaching staff. With Eric Black. You, sir, will be my right-hand man, even though you're just a coach, but we'll ignore that. So, this is an interesting one. I mean, do I actually get anything? Oh, I get a fair bit for that one. Do I go for a top half finish? You know what? I'll stick with avoid relegation. Now, I already want to sell you anyway. Sinclair, I thought you'd be a bit more ambitious. Jack Grealish, stop partying, get knuckling down and work, and you too, Carl Skill. But the rest of you, I'm quite impressed with your ambition. Mid-table finish, I guess it is. I mean, I don't know if you've got the quality to match that ambition, but there we go. I mean, come on, guys. There you go. Thank you, thank you. Look at all those green arrows. Ah, this is great. Ignore that. Just ignore that. He's on 77,000 a week. Casually trigger that. The rest of the team. Oh, you can have a trigger. I'll have a look at you in a bit. I generally do the staff like in January when this list is a bit short and I've sorted that out. And I know the expectations for next season. Can I be bothered to offer you a contract? I might do it later. Ooh, St. Lucian. He must be the only player from St. Lucia. Well, certainly in the database I've got, I should say. Yep, no surprise there. Northern United. Great name. Anyway, off topic. Yeah, Nzogbia, you are not going to get a renewal. You are being sold ASAP. Kieran Richardson, you've got to impress me. If you impress me, you might stay. Actually, 30 years old. I mean, I probably won't be managing you next season, so I'm not that bothered. Yeah, but 77,000. Yeah, not too surprised by this one. I mean, we might be able to mug Sunderland off, but now, how can I persuade clubs to buy him? Is there anything selling here? If I can, oh no, ooh, nope. I'll just offer for free. There we go, guys. Please take him. You've got to be having a laugh. It worked. And this is what happens when you just click buttons at a press conference. Well, that's just disappointing. I mean, this is quite telling. Just comparing the wages and then comparing the just general ability. I mean, with here Gabriel Monglo, notice a trend. He's in on trial, and it's quite tempting to keep him, to be honest. Kieran Clark's just as good as him. He can. I'm sorry, mate. It was a nice idea. Goodbye. I mean, would he be that bad? Just to ruin any hopes I had of selling him, he's had a 4-month injury. Great. First game of the season is against Manchester City away at the Etihad Stadium. This is going to be a lot of fun. As you can see, a lot of red down here. I've had Amavi injured. In Zogbia, that ruined his transfer hopes. He had a 4-month injury. Thank you very much. Can't sell him. Also, another player couldn't sell, Gabriel Bonglo. In fact, anyone I tried to sell, nobody wanted. And when somebody did, they couldn't pay the wages. So, yeah, we have a whole load of players injured, including Sinclair. And this is the starting lineup. We've gone for Carles Gill on the left flank. Oh, yeah, Carles Gill on the left flank. And Grealish on the right flank. Just double checking. Yes. With Westwood and Sanchez getting the call up in the middle, just ahead of Vertu. It was a close call, but I think Westwood's got more defensively about him. The back line, Alan Hutton got in ahead of Bakuna, again defensively stronger. The centre-back pairing is fairly set. I mean, Kieran Clark is going to have to impress me to get into that team. And Ali Sissoko on the left flank, just because Amavi's injured. Right then, transfer update. Oh yeah, we didn't do any transfers because we didn't have any money. 23 minutes in, and well, wait for it. Fernandinho Silva out to Nasri. Nasri knocks it past the goalkeeper. 1-0. And here we have the 2-0. Kolarov back to Fernandinho. Quite some way out. Right hooker. What a strike. I mean, I don't know what Guzan's doing, but 2-0. Start of the second half, and well, the stats don't make pretty viewing. I mean, Man City haven't been doing quite as well as expected to, well, possession aside, but 2 shots, 1 on target. This is going to be a long season. As the game comes to an end, it's only 2-0, which isn't actually that bad. I mean, the performance wasn't great. We had a Bonglo through on goal, and well, yeah, he didn't score. Straight at the keeper. But apart from that, it's a 2-0 loss. It could have been a lot worse. Possession, they dominated us. But, oh, come on. Okay, yeah, maybe that was a mistake. Oh, I can't. I'm just gonna, yeah, ignore that. Ignore the red. Ignore that. We're bottom of the table. Unfortunately, no one got hammered. I mean, I was thinking tactically I might change some stuff up. I might bring the wingers in to be, where's the tactics here? I was thinking of making these both wide midfielders, because that would make it more compact in the middle, and defensively would help out, and again against worse teams would play with wingers. Obviously this box to box was actually an experiment. This would probably end up here. I might want to do something more like that with the midfield, but overall 2-0 isn't that bad. I guess, oh, these are going to lose. I'll just bring you a quick update at the end of the transfer window just to see if I have done any transfers and how the games went up until then. Get in! 1-1 versus Sunderland. I mean, I've realised halfway through this game that this game is probably a very big game, considering where we'll be in the table and who'll be around us and what games we need to win, and IU's just scored an equaliser with half an hour to go. It's been a good game so far. Here's the team, not quite starting. I started with a Sissoko at left back and Richardson at left wing, and also with Sanchez and Grealish. Into the dying minutes, well, seconds, against Sunderland, and it's the end of game highlight. A 1-1 away draw. I'd hoped for better, definitely. Ooh, let's go IU. Well, Gusted is not that fast, I'm afraid. O'Shea isn't either, but Gusted just isn't that fast. But it's not a bad result. It's just, well, it's a result basically. I'm not over the moon and I'm not disappointed. So yeah, I'll just let them reassure them. My team talk's been going a bit better, and as you can see, we've somehow managed to get 2 points. I'll show you my fixtures now, and here we are. I never actually showed you pre-season. It went well. It went. Obviously lost 2-0 opener against Man City. Brilliant draw against Everton. They went 1-0 up, can't remember who scored, and then Gusted with a beauty of a goal, like just before half time. Yeah, see here. It was a beautiful goal. I'll show you that. We start off with a throw in, and IU intercepts, pass the ball infield to Gusted, and boom, a really nice goal. And that was our 1-1 draw against Everton. We then lost 2-0 to Chelsea. I mean, similar to this result in that I'm not actually that disappointed. In fact, these 3 games, to ended it with only a -4 goal difference and having picked up a point is not that bad necessarily. Might have hoped to have possibly done a bit better against Everton, but apart from that, 2 away games against the reigning champions and probably next season's champions is not that bad. Then had a Capital One Cup game against Rotherham, played a lot of youth players, and yeah, it was 1-0. It was close. It was very close for comfort, but I'm not that fussed about the Capital One Cup. And then you just saw the Sunderland game, which overall I'm not disappointed with a 1-1 draw, even making up scorelines here. Highly unlikely there'll be any more transfers. I'm not even looking. I can't find anyone. Guy's back, that's good. I probably should learn how to say his name. No more transfers, nothing else. So what I'll do is I'll play a whole load of games, and when's there a relegation rival match? Oh, we could play the Champions Elect. I'm on the winter update, I should say. So, oh no, actually, West Brom. Who wants to play West Brom? West Brom and Newcastle. I'll give you an update. See you at the West Brom game. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much. As I said, it's Dr. Benji is doing a challenge. If you want to watch his video, again, look in the description below. It's funny. I like him. I'd recommend. I mean, probably most of you watching me have seen him. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.